Hello and welcome to Body Bags. My name is James and I'm your Sunday night reviewer. And this evening I thought I'd tackle the Tarsem Singh movie, The Cell. This is one that's very early 2000s and it kind of didn't do so well. Didn't have a great commercial success, even though Jennifer Lopez was in it. And it's a bit of a shame because it's a really good film. The main cast we have, it's Jennifer Lopez. She's kind of a bit of a different part in this. You know, she's either quite tough, or she's in romantic comedies. In this, she has a kind of soft yet strength to her character. She's like a child psychologist, and she balances that with this strength of character, and it's really interesting, and a good performance by her actually. Probably not seen too many of her films, but I was impressed. We've got the Don, the double D Vince Vaughn in this. He's a pretty cool guy, FBI agent, and then Private Pile Vincent. I always fuck his name up. Vincent D'Onofrio or some Private Pile from he's been in lots of stuff, but a very famous one of hers, Saving Private Ryan. But he's our bad guy killer in this. Well, basically, it's she's, like I said, she's a child psychologist. I had to note this down. There is a neurological synaptic transfer system that has been designed, and what that is, this is a computer that transfers her into the mind of someone that's suffering from a schizophrenic coma. At the start of the film, we focus on this young boy that she's trying to kind of break out of this coma, and a way to do that is contact him in his mind. So that's kind of where this film is going. We have Vince Vaughn that is on trying to track down this killer, which is our buddy Vincent. He's a serial killer, and what he does, he has this this plexiglass cell kind of in the middle of nowhere, and he kidnaps women, and then that slowly fills with water and they drown, and then he kind of does stuff with them. He's an interesting guy, and we find out he has a lot of issues from his youth and a traumatic childhood and bringing up. An interesting thing, with pain and pleasure, has these hooks in his back, all these huge rings that he lifts up above himself, and so he gets pleasure from death, sort of thing, from the women that he kills. So the FBI, the police, are trying to track him down. They eventually do, but when they get to him, he's actually had a seizure, and he's basically in a coma, and he's schizophrenic, so he's basically in the same coma as this young boy at the start of the film. So that's when we have Jennifer Lopez with her system and the people involved with her, and the FBI kind of talk her into going into the killer's mind. No, this isn't the mind of a kind of innocent schizophrenic child. This is a vicious, dangerous killer. And of course things go wrong, and she gets lost, because one of the points they say is when you can not realise you're in a dream, and when you don't realise you think it's reality, you get stuck there, and anything can happen. So she gets stuck. So Vince Vaughn goes in after her and then tries to track her down. And it's quite interesting. That's kind of how the film goes, and it's quite cool that they show a fragile side to the killer, even in the actual real world. How he is, it's you have this feeling of sorry for him, because there's you kind of see what he's doing and you don't feel sorry for him, but there's a lot of background to what it is and his character and how he's played. There's a lot of vulnerability to him, and then this comes across really well in the comatose mind of him. So the real him is a kind of scared child, and then you have this kind of almost demonic kind of killer representation inside, that's all powerful, that's just taken over him. That's what I want, this kind of schizophrenic side. And it's kind of really well scripted. I really enjoyed it. And with Tarsem Singh, what we get is like incredible cinematography. His visual style is stunning. It's almost like you're looking at painted canvases, and it's like how everything kind of builds and flows, and how our characters interact with the scenery and everything about it. These different visual styles going in. You have smoothness, and it flashes to kind of like angst-ridden kind of, or like, it's difficult. Yeah, there's softness and the calmness, and then suddenly it changes like that, and you're like there's tension being built up in the scene, and like the use of music. You have like some calmness, and then there's 9 Inch Nails kind of like thrashing into it and stuff like that, and it balances really well. And like, there's some stunning scenes in this. I quite like the suits. They wear these special suits that kind of so when they go into the mind, they're kind of floating. And the suits, that reminded me immediately of Bram Stoker's Dracula, Gary Oldman's suit, and his Dracul, and his like in his night suit, that red suit where he's fighting and killing everyone. It looks really like that. But yeah, I don't want to give too much away. Like there's good balances, like how this is. Like Jennifer Lopez at one point, she's trying to connect with a child. You see her at the start, she's like all in white and angelic, and there's a bit where she, in the killer's mind, and she gets like lost, and it's like this switch. This is very dressed in black, and it's very sultry, and like her kind of her demeanor is very different, like how she acts, and it's kind of very cool, like how she portrays the part really well. I was really impressed with it. Yeah, it's a fun film. All the actors are solid in this. Well, the main 3. The other ones are kind of throwaway actors, not so much. Interesting story. Kind of maybe gets a little bit lost, and the focus is very much on the visuals on this, and it's kind of like the story is like hung up onto the visuals. It's like everything goes into the visuals. It's like almost like they had Tarsem Singh had this visual aesthetic set up for everything, and then maybe got some of the story to fit around these visuals. But I'm not complaining about that. Like, I think it looked really fantastic, and yeah, it's well worth checking out. It's like a great paced film. Like I said, everything about it, it's good fun. It's well made. It's interesting. It's a good flick to watch. Anyway, that's enough of me talking. I kind of recommend that you check this out. Hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll catch you guys next week. Thank you. Bye bye.